Now this question. Two forces F1 and F2 act on a screw I if their lines of action are at an angle theta apart and the magnitude of each force is F1 is equal to F2 is equal to F. Determine the magnitude of the resultant force and the angle between Fr and F1. Now let me draw a diagram. This is basically our F1 and this is nothing but our horizontal axis, which is x-axis, and this is F2. The angle between F1 and F2 is nothing but theta, and remember this thing, this is basically our tail to tail angle. Now we have to join the tail of F2 on the head of F1 like this. This is basically our F1 and this is F2, and lastly we have to join the tail of F1 on the head of F2 like this. This is basically our resultant vector and this is our F2, and this is nothing but our positive axis. Remember that the Fr is not acting along the positive x-axis. Remember this thing. So our first step is accomplished. Our second step is apply the law of cosine to find out the magnitude of resultant force, which says that Fr is equal to under root f square, because the value of F1 is equal to the value of F2, which is f. So f square plus f square minus 2 multiplied by f multiplied by f multiplied by cos. And what about its angle? This is basically tail to tail angle, this one, and the angle between F1 and F2 here is nothing but head to tail angle. So alpha is equal to 180 degree minus theta. This is basically head to tail angle. So cos 180 degree minus theta. Now if you notice this thing, extract it from here, that is cos 180 degree minus theta. Apply the cos alpha minus beta formula here, which is cos alpha cos beta minus sin alpha sin beta. If you apply this formula into this thing, you will get only cos of theta with negative sign, that is minus cos of theta. So cos 180 degree minus theta is equal to minus cos of theta. So the value of Fr is equal to f square plus f square, which is equal to 2f square, f multiplied by f, which is equal to f square, which is 2f square multiplied by minus cos of theta. So this minus and this minus multiply each other and it will form Fr is equal to under root 2f square plus 2f square cos of theta. Take 2f square common to this equation. It will get Fr is equal to 2f square bracket 1 plus cos of theta. Now root can split into two factors, which is Fr is equal to under root 2f square multiplied by 1 plus cos of theta. So if you look this thing, this is basically our formula, and this formula says that 1 plus cos theta upon 2 is equal to cos theta upon 2. Now multiply and divide by under root 2. It will become Fr is equal to split the root from here, so that it will become the square root of 2 multiplied by f multiplied by 1 plus cos of theta multiplied the root 2 divided by under root 2. If two roots are multiplied, so it will written together. It will become Fr is equal to under root 2 multiplied by f multiplied by 1 plus cos theta upon 2 multiplied by under root 2. Under root 1 plus cos theta upon 2, which is nothing but cos theta upon 2. So Fr is equal to under root 2 multiplied by f multiplied by cos theta upon 2 multiplied by under root 2. And similarly, if two roots multiply, it will be written together. So FR is equal to under root 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by F multiplied by cos theta upon 2. It will become FR is equal to 2F cos theta upon 2. Now what about its direction? Now if you look carefully into this diagram, this is nothing but a triangle, and in triangle there are the three angles. Let's call this gamma and that one is beta. And we know that the total summation of all the angles in a given triangle is equal to 180 degree. So gamma plus beta plus 180 degree minus theta is equal to 180 degree. So for the value of beta, shift gamma and 180 degree minus theta to the opposite side, so that it will become beta is equal to 180 degree minus 180 degree plus theta and minus gamma. So plus 180 degree and minus 180 degree can get cancel each other. So beta is equal to theta minus gamma. Now we can write as the value of beta, which is equal to theta minus gamma. And for the value of gamma, because gamma is the angle between the F1 and F1, so the value of gamma, we should apply the law of sine here. So law of sine says that sine gamma upon F2, and the value of F2 is basically F. So sine gamma upon F is equal to sine beta, and the value of beta is theta minus gamma. So theta minus gamma upon F1. So the value of F1 is F, which is equal to sine 180 degree minus theta upon FR. We should compare these two so that we can easily find out the value of gamma here. So the F and F can get cancel each other. So it will become sine gamma is equal to sine theta minus gamma. So gamma is equal to theta minus gamma. So gamma is equal to theta upon 2. So the angle between the F1 and FR is nothing but theta upon 2. Now the question has been solved here.